Opening scene. There's a hush over the ancient Persian palace. The air is charged with anticipation as the fate of a people rests on a woman's courage. Today, let me tell you the remarkable story of Queen Esther, a story of faith, courage, and deliverance. This is a story you won't want to miss. Scene transition. Now, let us set the stage. The story begins in the kingdom of Persia, where King Xerxes sits on the throne. He is powerful and wealthy, ruling over 127 provinces. Amid his splendor, a young Jewish girl named Esther, living in exile with her cousin Mordecai, begins a journey that would forever change history. Mordecai had taken Esther in as his own daughter after her parents passed away. Esther, beautiful and humble, grew up learning the ways of her people and holding fast to her faith in God. Little did she know, she was being prepared for a monumental role. Voice intensifies. One day, King Xerxes holds a grand feast for all his nobles and officials. But when Queen Vashti, the reigning queen, refuses to attend his summons, Xerxes, in a fit of anger, banishes her, and thus begins a search for a new queen, a search that would lead to Esther. Scene resets. Women from all across the kingdom are brought to the palace to be presented to the king. Among them is Esther. Mordecai advises her to conceal her Jewish identity for her safety. With wisdom and grace, Esther captures the heart of King Xerxes, and she is crowned queen. Scene shifts. But trouble brews in the kingdom. Haman, a high-ranking official, is promoted above all others. Arrogant and power-hungry, he demands that all bow before him. Mordecai refuses, declaring he will bow to no one but God. This infuriates Haman, and he devises a sinister plan. He persuades the king to issue a decree to destroy all the Jews in the kingdom. A day of massacre is set. Voice deepens. Chaos erupts among the Jewish people. Their despair is palpable as word spreads of their imminent doom. Mordecai, heartbroken yet determined, reaches out to Queen Esther. With sackcloth and ashes on his head, he sends word. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this? Scene becomes tense. Now the weight of responsibility rests on Esther's shoulders. Will she risk her life to save her people? For even as queen, entering the king's presence unbidden could mean death. But faith and courage stir within her. Gather all the Jews and fast for me, she tells Mordecai. Do not eat or drink for 3 days. I will go to the king. If I perish, I perish. Stirring background music. With fasting and prayer fortifying her spirit, Esther dons her royal robes and steps into the king's court. Time seems to stand still as King Xerxes lifts his golden scepter, granting her audience. Holding her breath, Esther invites the king and Haman to a banquet she has prepared. Voice warms. Over the course of 2 banquets, Esther unveils her request. She reveals her Jewish heritage and pleads for her people's lives. If I have found favor with you, O king, she says, her voice trembling yet resolute, spare my people, for we are marked for destruction. Scene climaxes. King Xerxes, shocked and enraged, interrogates Haman. Who would dare threaten my queen and her people? Esther points to Haman. The king orders Haman's execution, and the gallows Haman had constructed for Mordecai become his own downfall. Resolution. In a stunning turn of events, King Xerxes issues a new decree allowing the Jews to defend themselves. Victory follows as they rise in courage. Mordecai is elevated to a position of honor in the kingdom, bringing peace and prosperity to their people. Voice reflective. The story of Esther is more than an account of courage and cleverness. It's a testament to God's providence, showing how faith and bravery can turn the tide. Esther's willingness to risk everything reminds us that we, too, have moments in our lives where courage and faith intersect, a call to step out and trust in God's greater plan. So, what will you choose in your moment of decision? Like Esther, will you rise to the occasion? Remember, you were made for such a time as this. Closing scene. Share this story. Let it inspire and uplift others. The courage of one can change the fate of many. Until next time, keep seeking and keep believing. You don't want to miss these powerful stories. See you in the next episode.